The engine produces rotational force, known as torque, which the drivetrain modifies through interlocking gears. These gears adjust the balance of torque and speed delivered to the wheels based on the gear ratios, defined by the number of teeth on the output gear compared to the input gear. Gear ratios are typically classified as either underdrive, direct drive, or overdrive. In these ratios, the first term represents the driven gear, or output. The second term represents the drive gear, or input. Let's discuss each in detail. Underdrive uses a gear ratio greater than 1 to 1, for example, 1.1 to 1. This means the gear increases torque, but reduces output speed compared to the input. A high torque, low speed gear like this is essential for getting a vehicle moving from a stop. Direct drive uses a 1 to 1 gear ratio. This ratio transfers torque and speed without increasing or decreasing either, effectively maintaining a balance between engine power and wheel speed. In some transmissions, this is the highest gear. And finally, overdrive uses a gear ratio less than 1 to 1. For example, 0.9 to 1, meaning the output spins faster than the engine, reducing torque at the wheels. This makes it ideal for efficient high-speed cruising with lower engine strain. Now let's look at two scenarios where we calculate the final torque of the driveline. You'll see that when gear ratios are connected, they multiply to produce the overall ratio. The first question reads, a truck equipped with a manual transmission has a first gear ratio of 3.75 to 1 and a differential gear ratio of 4.10 to 1. Note that both of these gear ratios are underdrive. The first term is greater than the second term. The engine is producing 210 foot-pounds of torque. Calculate the torque multiplication of the driveline at first gear. The first step to answering this question is to find the final gear ratio. We have two distinct gear ratios, and they're both unit ratios, meaning that they both have a term that has a 1, specifically the second term. And this is very good for us because when that's the case, to find the final gear ratio, all you have to do is multiply out the first terms in both. In other words, we take 3.75 and multiply it by 4.1. Multiplying these two numbers together, we end up getting 15.375, which I'll round to 15.4 for simplicity. So our final gear ratio will be 15.4 to 1. And again, this technique of multiplying the first terms of both ratios together was only possible because both ratios were unit ratios. If your ratio is not a unit ratio, the first thing that you have to do is convert it into a unit ratio before applying this technique. Once you've found your final gear ratio, we then compare this to the amount of torque that the engine is producing. And we're told in the question that it's 210. So remember, a gear ratio is a comparison of the driven over the drive. In our case, coming from the engine is 210 foot-pounds of torque. That will be considered as the drive term or the input. And I can set this up as a ratio. So I have my driven, which I don't know, and my drive is 210. And the units there are foot-pounds. We'll make this proportional to the gear ratio that we just found, the final gear ratio being 15.4 to 1. Remember, the top is driven, or your output, and your bottom is your drive, which is your input. So we have to make sure that they align. And since we don't know what this part is, how much torque is produced after all of this torque passes through the driveline, we can now compute for that by cross-multiplying. So if we cross-multiply, it's the same thing as taking the torque that your engine is producing and multiplying it by that first term in your final gear ratio. Taking the number on your screen or simply rewriting 15.4 and multiplying it by 210, you get the amount of torque at first gear, which amounts to 3,234 foot-pounds. So while the engine only produces 210 foot-pounds, you can see how the interacting gears cause that initial value to multiply. Let's move on to question number 2. A modern muscle car is producing 295 foot-pounds of torque and is equipped with a 3.4 to 1 differential gear. Calculate the torque multiplication of each gear in the driveline. So it will pass through 4 different gear ratios plus the differential gear. And they're all written as unit ratios to 1. This 3.06 is actually 3.06 to 1. That's that number to 1, and so on and so forth. This one would be direct drive. The last is overdrive, and the first two are underdrive. Nevertheless, we're going to apply the same approach as before. We'll take that first term and multiply it out to all the first terms in those ratios. And don't forget that your ratios need to be unit ratios for you to be able to do something like this. All right, so all we have to do is multiply all these numbers out. We'll get our final gear ratio, 3.4 times 3.06 times 1.62 times 1 times 0.7. And this gives us a final gear ratio that is 11.8 to 1. Now, just as before, all we have to do is multiply this number by 295. Now, you could go ahead and redo this proportion here, set that up, but you don't need to. You can simply take that number, since we know all you have to do next is multiply it by the torque. So if we multiply it by 295, we'll get our final torque, and the final torque is 3,481 foot-pounds.